welcome to our review of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I am Nick.
I'm Andrew.
And let's just dive into this game, starting off with its aesthetics. And it's a really good looking game. It's a game that came out in 2015. And visually, it looks nice. The cutscenes are really, really well done. And honestly, that's the only good things I can say about this game.
It is very well animated, visually very well done, very cinematic. In its cutscenes, the story is just shown very well visually. That being said,
going into the negatives, and there were a lot of them.
A lot. Surprisingly, I was shocked.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna jump into this and be like, wow, this game really goes above and beyond.
However,
I was waiting to be like amazed, and I was let down.
In that prologue, you don't do a whole lot. You're crawling around the floor. You're trying to evade some stuff. There's
Laying
a bunch of
in
cutscenes.
bed,
Yeah.
while nurses and doctors talk to you about how fucked up you are.
Yeah. And, you know, again, we look at this, and just from a gameplay perspective, like, it felt like a lot of busy work. It felt like the whole building your team up and building up these bases and doing this. Like, I, again, miss the days of Snake Eater and Sons of Liberty, where it was just very straightforward, very simple. Go here, hey, here's a mission, do this thing. This felt very kind of convoluted because, I mean, even the menus, it was just like go through like all these different menus, and it just takes you out of the game. There really wasn't anything that immerses you within the game, and it's like, oh cool, here's a firefight, but it's just like, at no point when I was playing was I like, oh, this is I'm having a blast, oh, you know, or oh, this is stressful. It was just kind of more like, I'm running into this room full of guys, and I'm just gonna go guns blazing, and whatever happens, happens.
We talk about the hour-long prologue. A prologue could be an hour long if it's well executed. And I understand that Kojima is trying to make a cinematic world that, I mean, and don't get me wrong, it was very well shown visually, but it felt too much like, hey, Snake is in pain and you need to feel sorry for him for an hour. It was one note. And we were constantly getting like, how is this man still alive? Was the question that I had to ask myself after that prologue. Was there is no way, there were too many Deus Ex Machinas that occurred for this character to survive. And I understand it's a video game, it's a fantasy, I'm supposed to, you know, take my realism somewhere else. But it was an hour of it. An hour straight of how in the absolute hell has this man survived. It gets tiresome. In order to have something at that length, you need to hit a lot of different notes, not the same note over again. I didn't care. I was just like, A, when do we get to the actual like shooting and you know, gameplay stuff? And B, why am I spending so much time establishing all of these things? You know, this could have been a much easier tutorial.
And then, you know, you have of course you have the gunplay and stuff like that, and that's just felt kind of awkward. And when you go down to the controls of everything, it's not accessible. You can't
Not accessible at all.
Like nothing. Like this is like not even bare bones. Really. I mean, there's subtitles and stuff like that, but like in terms of just like overall, like hey, can I pick up this game if I'm disabled and play? No, like it's and that's sad.
We didn't know how to aim down sights until the last episode.
Yeah.
That's how convoluted the control scheme is. There is a difference between having complex controls because the game is complex and overcomplicating your controls for no apparent reason. We would aim, and then we had to press another button to aim down the sights. That's unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
It's kind of like it takes itself as, you know how there's that talk of movies where, oh, it's this movie that tries to be smarter than it actually is and it ends up failing. This is a game where it tries to be smarter than it is and it just falls apart.
It's trying to create this sense of immersion and difficulty, right? That when you pull off something and you execute it, it's tactical, right? But from a standpoint of your everyday gamer picking this up and playing it, handicap or not, I was still struggling with some of the mechanics. That's not something that you should have. It's a major design flaw to have so many complex things. The menus! We got stuck in a menu at one point.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be stuck in A, trying to figure out how to get to the menu, and then B, how to get out of the menu.
Well, not just that, but there wasn't, at least I don't remember, there was a time where, like, you're in the helicopter and it kind of serves as kind of a hub area, but it doesn't tell you that's a hub area. So we're sitting there like, what's supposed to happen? And then I'm going through all these menus like, wait, do I have to play these tapes? Do I have to sit through all this? Do I do this? No. And then at the end, it's like, oh, no, just choose, here, go to this thing here and choose a mission. Like, it doesn't highlight that.
It doesn't tell you
where
anything. To go. And we have brought this point up where games shouldn't be so blatantly obvious of, you go here and kill this guy, because it takes away kind of the fun of playing the game. This is the exact opposite of the spectrum, where you don't tell them anything of how to function within your game, and they have to figure it out completely and utterly for themselves. It strips the fun of the game. If they were like, okay, here are the first 3 introductory missions, choose from one of these, and told us that, then it's like, oh, thank you for giving me an option to choose how I go about making this story happen. Not, well, if you press this button, and then this button, followed by this button all at the same time, you'll open up the menu. And then you have to navigate and with another button press to find this mission, and then choose from that mission. It is so unnecessarily convoluted that it takes away from the experience of the game, 100%.
And with that being said, let's just dive into our grades. I'll go first. This isn't a garbage fire for me, only for the fact that aesthetically, there is pleasing. The cutscenes do look nice.
They put a lot of
visuals in there, so I mean, like, I can't, it's not like everything was just bad. So for me, it's a bad time because, again, it's not straightforward. There's times where you go throughout the game wondering, like, what am I supposed to do next? Because the game literally does not give you any, like, outside of, like, when you're in the mission, like, hey, okay, here, there, whatever, but, like, just getting to a mission, like, there's no guidance. I understand it's more of a tactical route than other past Metal Gears, but to me, that's what also makes it lose track of the fact that this is a Metal Gear game. Keep the menus simple. If you want to make it stealthy, but I like very point A to point B Metal Gear games, and this is definitely not one for me. So yeah, this is a bad time.
I can't give it a dumpster fire because visually there's a lot of love there. You can tell that they've really put a lot of time and energy into making this world feel very real for the time that it was released. That being said, there are a lot of major design flaws, and I think that it really, honestly, comes down to disagreements between Kojima and Konami, and I feel like both were trying to have a vision being made, and what ended up was half of one and half of the other, and it just did not seem to meet the standards of what we expect from a Metal Gear Solid game, and it's sad to see because he is an icon in the industry, and he doesn't deserve having this under his repertoire, in my opinion. So yeah, it's just a bad time. Both Nick and I did not have fun picking up the controller. I didn't look forward to my turn playing the game. Let's put it that way.
And also, the game's just not accessible at all.
Nope.
And that's going to do it for our review of Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Be sure to check us out, subscribe to our channel, click the bell icon to receive notifications when new videos go up. We're changing our format. We're going strictly to reviews. And each month, we're going to be posting one video a month. It's going to be a review. And we are going to be reviewing on the PlayStation 5, might as well just say it now, Resident Evil 8 Village. That's going to be our first review in our new format. Again, the review will be going up for Resident Evil 8 Village the last Saturday of June. This gives us time to play the game. This gives us time to
immerse ourselves
and put out really, really good quality videos. Also, be sure to, as well, check us out on social media, facebook.com/ReviewCade. We're also on Twitter and Instagram @ReviewCade. And also be sure to check out AACR.org and PlayersVersusCancer.org. That's the charity and team we are part of to help fund life-saving cancer research. Also, I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/Merc with one arm. That's going to do it for our review of Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. And we'll see you all in the end of June with Resident Evil 8 Village.
Bye.